Hello and welcome back to Stephen Plays Earthbound. My name is Stephen George, I play video games, and today it's Earthbound. When we last left off, here is our stats. This is level 44, Paula's level 40, Jeff's 39, and Pooh is level 36. And I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of Pooh because he is caught up. Because when we got Pooh, he was just a little guy, but he's jumped up right up there with the rest of the group. We got $200 on us. And we got some more money in the bank, but it was not very long ago where we had no cash at all. But it's nice to finally have something in our pocket again. We're going to jump into the hotel. This is no normal hotel. They have an arms dealer in the back. We're going to see what he has to offer. Bomb, super bomb, bottle rocket, big bottle rocket. Now, luckily, we recently purchased a pretty good number of big bottle rockets. And let's see, we have spots in our inventory for 3 more. And it's usually a pretty good idea to carry as many of those as you can. That's pretty much what I use Jeff for, is a bottle rocket machine. Let's see how much money we have. $24,000. $24,000. Like, what the heck did we do? That's what I mean. At this point in the game, like, the money is just flowing in. Like, there's no real reason to fret over if you're gonna have enough money to do something or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a cool 20 grand. Stroll back over here, grab those 3 bottle rockets, just so I have them. And then I'm gonna go take a look around town. This is an area of the game that you really want to make sure that you are supplied. You want to make sure you have the best equipment for everybody, because it's going to be a while before you have a chance to get equipment again. The game takes some interesting turns, and you wind up in some places where it could be considered highly inconvenient to, leave and go back and get other supplies. It's also interesting to note that very soon we're going to have the opportunity to buy a even larger bottle rocket. They're called multi-bottle rockets, but they are far, far more expensive. I've never seen you around here. What do you want? I do not have anything you would want. What a useless NPC. One thing about Scaraba is it has all these little shops over here on the side. It's just all these little interesting places to see. Oh, you have the mark of bad luck on your face. No, don't worry. If you want to know, I'll humbly tell you. You shall come back here after you have encountered a dangerous situation. However, I may be wrong, and if so, 1,000 pardons. Let's see. Hiss, I'm Red Snake. I think that's funny, because Red is the guy who's on Sanford and... Okay. I'm Red Snake, come on in. Kiss of fire, armpit hair of fertilizer. Yes, what is it you want to buy? This guy sells snakes. Snakes, viper, vow serum. We don't need any of this crap. Oh no, you disappoint me. I think someone over here also sells condiments. Oh, there it is. This is just, this is kind of like Burglum Park, in a sense, because they have all these different vendors. You just can't buy a for sale sign. And we really don't need any of this garbage either. Now, this would be a good place if you wanted to grab some condiments for the rock candy trick. But as I said before, it's not that I'm not a fan of the rock candy trick, because it is cool, but it makes the game a little too easy. And I tried to make Earthbound a little more difficult if I can, so I'm not going to be doing that. We do have a snake, which is exciting. Paula doesn't have Jack. Oh well. If you've already got what you need, great. But if you don't, well, that would be a real shame. Take a good look at my menu and decide. Is there anything listed that you might want? This guy is selling a few different things. He has a crystal charm, which Paul apparently really wants. I think I'll deny her that. One thing about the bottle rocket differences is that the big bottle rocket is $139, but the multi-bottle rocket is over $1,000. It's really, really, really expensive. So it's not that they're not worth buying, but I pretty much only ever use them on boss fights. And there's actually been occasions where I've used them and they've taken out a boss in one hit. So you might consider it cheap. That's largely up to you. Definitely going to come over here and see one of Earthbound's funniest moments. Pokey stink still hangs in the air. You can see that Pokey took a crap right here in the desert. Oh, be careful where you walk. It's filthy. A chubby kid did his business out here somewhere. The only other time you're going to see small specks like that in the game are the sesame seeds. The black sesame seed is a single pixel on the screen. The guy up there has a key, well, at least he thinks he does, to a tower. I'm doing this as a hobby. Isn't it cool? I recently made a friend. He used to be a dungeon maker, and now he's a dungeon man. Would you like to meet him? Well, sure. Alrighty then, I'll give you the key so that you can enter him. Well, no, I don't have it. I must have lost it somewhere. I'm sorry, I don't worry about small things. And this right here, Hassan's shop. $, acceptable. Oh, the familiar music. Welcome, welcome. Ah, the heat. Is your body okay? Can I interest you in some of my merchandise? What would you like? Wet towel, vow serum, secret herb, sudden guts pill, protein drink, banana. All this stuff I'm really not interested in. I like walking around Scaraba. I think Scaraba is one of the more interesting parts of the game, and I think it's one of the parts that I normally run through, but it's very enjoyable to me. And there's a lot of places to just walk around and see. Now, the white building indicates that this is the hospital. Just kind of walking through so you can see it. I think Scaraba's probably interesting just because of the way it's laid out. It's supposed to be, you know, like a Middle Eastern town, and it's, you know, got the beds on the floor. I loved this game as a kid just because it was so, like, every town was so different. We're gonna run in here. No, I don't want any mummy bandages. No soliciting allowed, please. It's also interesting how they give different NPCs different size houses. Like, this house is huge, but it's no different inside than the little house we saw earlier. This guy's house. And with that, well, I think we're pretty set. If you're going to the pyramid, prepare well and be ready for whatever may occur. Okay. I can probably handle that. As soon as we get outside the gates... Oh, wow. You see that? That is a big deal. Oh, we gotta catch that thing. Oh, we gotta catch that thing. Oh, we gotta catch that thing. I'll explain in a minute. That red enemy is like a... What's it called? Like a master criminal worm or something. It's the bigger form of a enemy that you can fight in... the Dusty Dunes Desert, which gives you a crap load of experience, and these give you even more. And they're pretty rare, so it's definitely worth chasing down because you will get a ton of experience. Let's hit this with a cool freeze gamma, and they'll probably take it out. Let's see what happens. Freeze gamma, a nice nearly 500. Yeah, that thing's dead. Now, if you're not sure what we are doing, because I mean, if you've never played, how could you be? Oh, we got you. Oh, green swirl, too. Is that instant kill? Yep. Check this out. 20,000 experience points. All right, Paula's leveling up to 41. Offense went up by 1, speed went up by 1, luck went up by 1, maximum HP went up by 3, PP went up by 1, Jeff's level's now 40, offense went up by 1, defense went up by 2, speed went up by 2, vitality went up by 1, IQ went up by 2, extra HP went up by 9, Pooh's level's now 37, HP went up by 2, PP went up by 1. Very nice. And we're going to continue... Ah, crap. I don't want to fight these guys if I don't have to. A lot of the guys in the desert are more trouble than they're worth. I think instead of doing gamma, I'm going to hit it with beta, and then have Pooh do the same thing in case it doesn't die. So I can kind of split up the cost of its cost of the PP there. I'm going to have to fix that poisoning. Oh, okay. See, I could have killed it with beta, so I did an overkill the first time. We're going to want to get rid of that poison before we even take another step, because we don't want to do any serious harm to Paula. Once we venture down here a little ways, there's a guy right here that we should talk to. I sell water to those who are thirsty. It's expensive, though. He's got a bottle of DX water. Now, this is actually a really, really awesome item. I was talking about it in a earlier episode of the Earthbound OP. Pooh can use water to recover his PP in great numbers. Like a bottle of water recovers 20 PP, and I believe the DX water recovers 40. So you're basically paying $200 for Pooh to recover 40 PP. you know, you might get into a bind where you might need to use Pooh to do that. Also, he says you've changed your mind, as if we've talked to him before. Pooh's already got 3 bottles of water. I'm going to buy 2 bottles of DX water. No more than that, because Pooh doesn't even have, you know, equipment yet, and I want to make sure we save room for him to get his equipment. Probably not going to get the sword, because I'm not going to spend time getting it, but the other stuff we'll definitely find along the game. No, we're not going to buy any more. The kids are pretty sharp to be able to understand this theory so well. Yeah, we get it. Okay, now if you remember, we looked at a hieroglyph back in Forside Natural... No, it was Summers. Yeah, Summers Museum. And it had, like, 1, 3, 4, 5 or something like that dance in front of the Sphinx. Basically, what we have to do in order to get that door up there to open is make a star shape on this panel. Are you a thief, a warrior, or one who has come to see my majesty? You must decide what you really are. Therefore, what will you do? See, does it start to the left? I think it starts to the left. Yeah. The reason I remember that is because I always want to go to the right and I always get it wrong. Warriors, enter now. Search for the Hawkeye. Oh, Crested Buka, woo! Oh, photo op, of course. So while the photo man sits in a tree and takes our picture, I'll explain the Hawkeye. The Hawkeye is a key item that we need in order to light up a area later in the game. I shouldn't say later in the game. It's coming up soon, pretty much right after we finish this pyramid. Basically, there's an area in the game that's completely dark. You can't see a thing. And the Hawkeye will allow us to actually see. So it's invaluable. We have to have the item. This area is interesting because hieroglyphs will actually come out of the walls and attack us. Hasn't happened yet, but it will inevitably. Arachnid. Probably save on, let's see. We could try Beta. We could have Paula and Pooh do Beta to each of them. That might be a useful strategy. Let's do that. Freeze Beta to one and Freeze Beta to the other. Oh. Let's both... I'm gonna send my attacks both to A. And the reason for that is, in the event that it doesn't kill A, then we'll at least have only one enemy to deal with. That's my thought process. Maybe it's a bad thought process. Okay, so we're good. Yeah, between Paula and Ness, we'll take care of the other one. I tend to try and avoid enemies if I can, and some people think it's a bad thing, but I don't mind. I don't like to deal with things I don't have to. Alright, here we go. Guardian Hieroglyph. These guys are pretty easy. The only downside is that they have attacks that can cause you a cold. And I don't like having a cold. Pretty much, I think just physical attacks will take these guys out. I don't really see a reason to waste anything else. I might have Pooh do it just because he's got a lot of water. Also, Pooh's going to be going away very soon. We will find out. I don't even know what it does to the hieroglyphs. 145. Yep, there we go. Ness has a cold. Take him out, Ness. Physical attacks across the board. Paula gets the kill. We're going to have to solve Ness's sniffly nose there. Ness's level's now 45. Maximum HP went up by 3. PP went up by 1. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and use Healing Alpha. Fix Ness's runny nose. Let's open the casket. Ta-da! There's a viper inside. Paula takes it. It's not going to do us any good. Sorry. This is not what we need. What we got over here? Ooh, double hieroglyphs. Let's get it on. If we fight this one, we'll be able to run past the other one. Lethal Asp. Once again, physical attack should take these guys out. Sometimes I think that whether or not I can use physical attacks is judged by the music. Because, like, with this particular music, normally I just, you know, rapidly tap the button until the guys are dead. But Earthbound's a pretty easy game, so that's probably why. Running past this one, up the steps. Another interesting thing to notice, I did not even bother to, like, visit a hotel and sleep before I did this. I'm just pretty much running and gunning. And I know everyone had, like, their PP was low, and it's like, you know what, whatever, everyone will be fine. Wow, that was actually a huge hit on Pooh. Hope probably be fine. Yeah, there it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and heal Pooh up before we continue, though. Pooh is a good member of the group to have. Ness is down by 60, Paul is down by 20, Jeff's fine, of course, and Pooh's down by 100. So we are going to give him a shot of Life Up Alpha. There we go. And I think that'll do it. As far as our psychic points go, we're probably not doing so well on Paula. Yeah, Paula only has half as much as she should have, and Pooh's down by nearly 40. We'll be alright. Oh, good. Look at that, look at the hieroglyph in the corner just dancing. Oh, here he comes. He wants to play. And an arachnid, too. Alright. We will focus our attacks on the Guardian Hieroglyph. Actually, no. Let's all attack the arachnid, but give him a shot of Freeze Beta. That'll probably take him out relatively quickly. There we go. Alright. Now we'll just have a bunch of physical attacks and we should be fine. Although Pooh caught a cold, which is sad. Come on, Pooh. Just put some tissues up there and you'll be good. Thunder Beta! Oh god, they killed Paula. That's not good. Let's kill him quick, let's kill him quick. There we go. Thank goodness for scrolling hit points. 5,000 experience. Jeff's level up 41. Luck went up by 1. HP went up by 1. Pooh's level 38. Oh, baby offense went up by 3. Oh, baby defense went up by 3. Speed went up by 1. Luck went up by 1. HP went up by 3. People went up by 2. Very good. Let's move forward a little so we're not in the path of anything. I think I'm going to have Pooh heal his own problem. And then I'm going to have Pooh do Life Up Beta on Paula. There we go. And the reason is, once again, Pooh's got water, and I'll go ahead and show you how that works. Bottle of water, use on Pooh. Pooh drank the bottle of water and recovered 11. Okay, it's the bottle of water is 10, and the DX must be 20. Get the call. Of course, Dad. Hello, it's your dad. You've been out there for a long time now. Maybe none of my business. Do you think it would be a good idea if you took a break? No. I'm saving the world. Alright, back to the adventure. Hieroglyphs coming after me. Oh, I forgot that I had all my money. Well, I'll just be careful not to die. Actually, it's not such a bad thing, because by having all our money, we will be able to buy a multi-bottle rocket or two. Which means that we should probably focus on trying to use a big bottle rocket when we get a chance, so we have inventory space for it. But once again, that's no big problem. But just remember that if you do die when you have your cash on you, you're going to lose half of it. So don't do that unless you know that you're not going to die. Which I guess you don't know, but unless you're confident. I'm confident. I know this game like the back of my, car, which I know pretty well. Guardian Hieroglyph is no problem for me. Basically what we're doing now is we're going to head over into this area. There's going to be a secret switch. Get down the steps. There we go. Pooh, heal me. Once we get all the way down there, there will be a secret switch. Secret switch will make a platform move. Hi there. Bad guy, bad guy. East-West Hieroglyph, and... Okay, What do we got? Petrified Royal Guard. I mean, we can just attack the Lethal Wasp, no problem. The other guy is going to take a bit of a beating. Oh, actually, this is a good opportunity. Let's use this big bottle rocket. And, Who's bashed really doesn't do jack. Let's freeze the Petrified Royal Guard. 2 freezes and a big bottle rocket will take that thing out. There we go. Hitting the asp. Oh, nice biting attack. Big bottle rocket, 600 damage. Goodbye, Royal Guard. You are not a problem any longer. As long as this asp doesn't bite Pooh, we should be fine. And for the win, there we go. Everyone's running a little low on health. Paula's level is now 42. The perfect number. Offense went up by 1, Guts went up by 1, Max HP went up by 1, PP went up by 2. Pretty low stat boost, but I guess I can't complain. And what do we got in here? A speed capsule to increase our speed, and a cup of life noodles. Incredibly useful item that revives a fallen ally, which we don't have to deal with too often, but hey, it's nice to have. Let's see. Speed capsule. Big bottle rockets. A cup of life noodles. Alright, Pooh. You're up. You need to heal some people. First up, you'll heal Paula. And then I'm going to have you heal yourself. Oh, wait, that was Ness. Okay, well, that's a freebie, Pooh. You don't owe me for that one. Hieroglyph's going to attack me. I'll go ahead and jump into that. Because it came after me. Attacking across the board. Come on, guys. I don't think I've fought one of these yet and haven't gotten a cold. Well, that's unfortunate. There really should be a box of tissues item. Okay, Pooh, take care of your own doggone cold. There we go. Running low on PP, but we got bottles of water. I'm not too concerned. Hello, Asp. One good thing about the hieroglyphs. Okay, bad thing. First off, the bad thing. The bad thing is that no matter how many times you enter and re-enter the rooms, they'll never leave. The good thing is, once you kill them, they are gone. So they will not come back. So that's a plus. There we go, took care of that. So since we killed this guy at the top of the stairs, we won't have to deal with him when we come back up. Which is good, because it would take forever. Down the long steps. Platform, down the long steps. And when we finally get down here, we'll go into yet another room. And this is guarded by a pretty big guy. We are fine. We're fine. We're fine. Boss battle time. Guardian General. You know, once again, I'm probably just going to use high freeze attacks and the big bottle rockets and, you know, hope for the best. That's what I'm planning. That's my current plan. That's my best plan. Big bottle rockets work really well, though. And Pooh now knows freeze gamma, although he's only going to get one shot with it. I hope 2 freeze gammas and a big bottle rocket will do what we need it to do. Judging by the fact that that was 250 damage. There we go. That's a nice hit. For the win! That was awesome. Everyone got a shot and took him out. 23,000 experience. Ness's level is now 46. Offense went up by 2. Defense went up by 1. IQ went up by 1. Luck went up by 1. HP went up by 2. PP went up by 4. And Pooh's level is now 39. If I can speak correctly. Offense went up by 1. Defense went up by 1. HP went up by 2. And PP went up by 2. We are granted access into the next room, which houses a bunch of terrible things. Terrible, terrible things. I'm willing to kill these terrible things. That's not really too big of a problem for me. Just want to know what I got. Pooh should probably drink some water, to be honest. Pooh. Okay. At least now I know for sure what the rates are. Bottle of water is 10. DX water is 40. So Pooh is very much well back into the pink. If Paula wants to refill her PP, we don't have any good items for that, so she's going to need to use Magnet. So instead, I'm going to have Pooh take the offensive in terms of freeze. Since I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and have him drink another bottle of water. So that'll put him at nearly 60. And, you know, while I'm at it, I'm going to heal Jeff. Alright, we hit the switch. Now bring it on, Spanky. Okay, gonna attack the Asp. And let's avoid having Paula use any psychic points. Let's make sure Pooh is the one that's focusing on that. Big bottle rocket in your face. And freeze gamma up in this place. Let's see what this does. Freeze Gamma is going to do a nice chunk of damage. Combined with the big bottle rocket, should take out the Petrified Rail Guard. And he missed his attack. Nice. Alright, that guy's gone. Going to do physical attacks across the board, take out the Asp. There's still a mummy in the room, which is a little disappointing. Nice 450 by Ness. Done and done. Paula's level is now 43. Offense went up by 1. Guts went up by 1. IQ went up by 1. HP went up by 3. And PP went up by 2. Jeff's level is now 42. No one cares. Offense went up by 1. Guts went up by 1. IQ went up by 1. HP went up by 1. Jeff's stat boosts are so disappointing. What up, Mummy? Green Swirl! Excellent. Fierce Shattered Man and its cohorts. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a battle. Alright, let's see. I think I'm just gonna attack him. Now, I know that Freeze Gamma and a big bottle rocket's gonna take out that Petrified Royal Guard, so I think I am gonna have Paula use Freeze Beta on the Fierce Shattered Man, who I believe is a weaker opponent than the guard. Bottle rocket to the guard, and Freeze Gamma to the guard. Time to die. Hopefully. Body solidified, that's good. When their body solidifies, they cannot attack us. Ness misses his attack, awesome, but we got rid of the guard. Alright, I'm just going to do physical attacks from this point forward. I don't think it'll be too hard of a fight. Paula does 80. That's funny because Pooh doesn't do as much. Excellent. Pooh's level is now 40. Oh, baby. Offense went up by 5. That's a huge jump. Defense up by 4 is also a huge jump. Speed went up by 2. Guts went up by 1. Oh, baby. Vitality went up by 3. Sweet! Maximum HP went up by 38. What the heck is that? Look at that. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Pooh decided to jump up. Maximum PP went up by 2. Alright, yeah, we took care of that room. Open the casket. Ta-da! Rain pendant inside. And that was the reason I wanted to take the... Crap. Fight me, alright. That was the reason I wanted to take the time to do this. Rain pendant prevents PSI freeze attacks from hurting you. Really great item to have. Let's see. We're going to do physical attacks across the board for this guy. We'll be able to go back up to the room we were originally in. And then we'll just jump down the hole and we'll be done with the pyramid. Time to die. $3,000. Paula's a little low on life. Then we can head back up, and it should be pretty straightforward. We may have to fight some more enemies once we get into that main room. Maybe. Maybe. Hopefully not. But there's a possibility, of course. Hello, room. Empty caskets. Another set of stairs. Is that Asp alive? Yep. Probably would be worth it, just in case, to throw Paula a bone here and give her some health. Not a whole lot, but that's about as much as she has anyway. And everyone's pretty low on health and stuff, but I think I've done pretty well considering that I did not bother going to a hotel before I even jumped into the pyramid. Like, I fought the Kraken and then was like, alright, let's go. Taking out the Asp. Alright. Now we should be able to go into the other room and collect the Hawkeye. Ness's level is now 47. Offense went up by 1, defense went up by 1, speed went up by 1, guts went up by 2, IQ went up by 1, HP went up by 3, PP went up by 5. Excellent. Nice PP jump there, too. Oh, got some guys want to play. I'm going to jump into the other room and see if I can get some of those guys to disappear. Yep. That was nice. Down the hole. When we land, we got really lucky because when you jump down the hole, you have no idea what's going to happen. But we did pretty good. There was something on the platform. Do you want to get it? Well, duh. Paula got the Hawkeye. Excellent. I'm actually going to go ahead and stop there. There's a little bit more to the pyramid, but we've already been going for nearly half an hour, so I'll go ahead and stop it there. But next time, we will finish the pyramid, even if we are low on supplies and low on health. Screw it, we'll be fine. And I have all my money in the world on me, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please like it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Come out with a new video every single day. They debut at noon Eastern Standard Time, doing Earthbound, Minecraft, Left 4 Dead 2 right now. Going to be doing Amnesia and Portal 2 in the very near future. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time.